Hey everybody, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you enjoyed the alchemical symbol I was showing you in the last video for geometric Qabalah. This is just a quick kind of update to let you know where this research is kind of headed. So a while back, in addition to looking at Metatron's cube, I was searching for images and I came across some old alchemical drawings. And when I checked to see where they were located, I found out something very interesting. So it appears that I'm not the only one that's interested in this whole cube thing regarding Metatron's cube and this geometry that the ancients were showing us. So this is just kind of an image to show you what we were looking at last night, but I'm going to modify it here really quickly to show you where this is all going. So I'm going to add my Metatron cubes here, and I'm going to take off these. And so now you can see these rings. Now these rings that you see here are rings from the squares, and these squares that were provided for us were provided initially from information gathered from the Great Pyramid. So building that, we see these rings. So this is a lot cleaner to look at when you look at it this way. And when we add Metatron's cubes to these, you're going to start kind of seeing where I'm going with this. So anyways, this site that I found that had these images, and these date back to 1670, they're off the U.S. Navy site. And it was by Robert Boyle, Curious Mathematical Forms in 1670, and they mention that it's a rare book. Now, these are the only people that have this whole set of images that I've found here. I couldn't find them anywhere else, and they're very, pretty large size. So, but one of the images that I want to show you in here, as you can tell, he's working with this Metatron's cube, is this. And if you take a look at that, and you take a look at what you see right here, I think you're beginning to see kind of where this is going. And I think he was on the same trail. So what's interesting to keep in mind is, if you notice, these cubes are in layers, right? So if I take off this, and if I take off the Earth and the Moon, then we actually have two Metatron's cubes layered here, okay? We have the large one, and we have this medium one right here, and you can see how they're embedded in each other, okay? So if we think of the Earth being in the middle, there's no telling how large this cube will actually get, and what he was actually showing with all these rings. It's very possible that I'm only right here at the moment, right down in here, and he has tracked this all the way up to something that I'm not aware of at all. But I just want to let you know where this is going, and I thought you would think this is interesting. So anyways, this is what it's looking like. So if we put the Earth on there and the Moon, and we put our rings on there, and we'll turn up Metatron's cube just a little bit. So you're starting to kind of get an idea. Now this might turn out to have even a larger one, and a larger one, and a larger one. So we'll have to see how far this goes. But one thing I do want you to take a look at kind of quickly, though, is the harmony that you see between the squares that I showed you and what you actually see with Metatron's cube. Because if we turn on the squares, it looks like a bunch of lines going on, right? It's kind of harder to decipher. But when you look at it like this, and even when you take off the medium Metatron's cube and look at it like this, you can see how clean and how much in harmony these squares are with Metatron's cube. And I'm almost 99% sure that a lot of this stuff is tied to that Metatron's cube. Now what you've seen here recently was something where I even calculated mathematical stuff for you between the Earth and the Moon, showed you an alchemical symbol, how it was found on Metatron's cube. So you're beginning to see that this really is a very important geometrical figure. You got to remember that it produces all the platonic solids and so forth. So anyways, just wanted to give you an update on where my research is going. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.